Like I could sleep forever. What are you doing here?
Watching you. Thinking how beautiful you are. How wonderful it felt to hold you. To dance with you, to kiss you.
We did kiss, didn't we?
Yeah, and
Fire.
It's over, it's over. Put it out of your mind.
No, don't touch me.
Get on, it's lunchtime.
Jan.
What's happening?
Not a thing. I don't know. I'm just so overwhelmed. I don't even know where to start.
Well, can you start cleaning up this place over here? Or do you have to wait for the building inspector, insurance people, all
Oh, no. All those official types were here this morning. It was quite a party. You should have been here.
All right, so you're making some progress. You're making some progress. I got some sandwiches from the deli right here. I wasn't sure if you had any electricity or food for that matter.
No, the kitchen was fine. I made myself a sandwich earlier.
All right, so we'll save them for later. Got another pail of water?
What for?
I'm going to help clean up. I want my own mop, my own...
Dan, you were probably in the
pail.
emergency room all night long.
No, I got off at about 11, and I got 6 hours sleep, and I am at your service.
Really, you don't need to do this. I can't ask you to do this.
No, it's too late. It's too late. Where's my pail?
Megan, did you hear me? I love you.
Oh, save your breath. That's the last thing in the world I want to hear you say. Love is just like another word in your vocabulary of lies, and I've heard enough lies from you to last me a lifetime.
I hated lying to you, Megan.
But what, it was just a good challenge? A game that you enjoyed playing and winning at my expense?
Here's what to do when you don't find the rainbows in this time. Here's where you go when it looks like the rain won't end. Don't cry. I'll give you tomorrow. Let me be the one to share it with. And each day that follows, 'cause we only have one night to live.
This wasn't a game.
Then what do you call it, Jake?
I call it desperation. I thought if I cooked us a nice meal, we could spend some time together, we could talk.
What, and that your charm would work magic again? Read my lips. I'm not interested.
A few minutes ago when we were over there kissing me, your lips told me something completely different.
Yeah, well, that was just a foolish mistake. One of many foolish mistakes that I've made.
No, it wasn't. We have something special here, something very, very special. I feel it. I think you do too.
Doesn't matter, Jake. You know, it's really ironic. When we first met, you had such a chip on your shoulder. You were so excited about bad-mouthing my mother because she was wealthy, knocking us down because you thought that rich people thought we were different from everyone else.
That was before I got to really know you.
But you know, we are different. And it's not because my parents have a lot of money. It's because they raised me to be honest. And that's what sets us apart, Jake. Honesty and trust. Those are two words that you don't even know. That don't mean anything to you, and they never will. Because from day one, you did nothing but lie to me.
I lied just to protect you from Michael Grant.
Oh, God, you've said that to me 1,000 times. And I'm sorry, I don't buy it anymore.
Okay. I lied to protect myself, all right?
From who, Michael?
No. Oh, I protect myself from you.
So, you sure Gabrielle's going to be okay? There aren't going to be any complications or anything?
Oh, she's going to be fine. Matt was released yesterday. He's been hanging out in her room all morning.
What do you mean hanging out?
Oh, you know, sitting around waiting for her to wake up.
Did you, speak to him today?
Yeah, just for a couple of seconds. Why?
Oh, I was just wondering if he said anything about those burn scars on his back.
Oh, no, he didn't want to talk about it yesterday, so I wasn't going to bring it up. I'll tell you something, he's a pretty brave guy running into that fire, especially after all that he's been through.
Yeah, he's a pretty special person. You know, you're not so bad either. If you hadn't come along, I probably would still be sitting here wondering what to do.
Well, you've been there for me when I needed you. So, the only way I can repay it, you know.
So I'm still not sure if I was protecting you or Brenda. You want to clear that up for me?
Let's just forget it, okay, Andy?
You kidding? Forget that I told the cop that my wallet was stolen so that you could go into the lounge and look for the gun that killed Michael Grand?
Andy, her our story, okay? It's over.
He knew that we were lying through our teeth. I am probably on that list of suspects.
No,
right
you're
now.
not. Look, he's got a lot of theories, but they're all off base.
Yeah, well, if you had been straight with him, maybe then his theories wouldn't be off base.
Stick to the story. You'll be fine.
Wait a minute, I get it. You just came over here right now to keep me quiet.
Oh, come on, Andy. You know me better than that.
Oh, I'm not sure that I do.
All right, then I will spell it out for you. I came over here because I care about you. Is that clear enough?
You know, I don't know who you're more worried about if Herb finds out the truth. Me? You? Or is it Brenda?
Smoke and the flames and the two kids. How can I possibly forget?
The important thing is no one was hurt. We just inhaled some smoke, that's all.
Where's Al?
No, Al's fine. Your mother took him last night at Waterside.
Well, I want to call him and make sure.
No, he's fine. He's fine. Okay. Your mother explained to him that the fire was an accident and there was no reason to be afraid of anymore.
Good. Thank you. If you'll leave now, I can get some rest.
Why? I didn't interfere with your sleep before.
That's because I didn't know you were here.
Really? You know, you said my name a couple times.
I did?
Uh-huh.
I was dreaming about the fire.
Yeah, you were dreaming about the fire, but you were also dreaming about what happened before the fire. You know, what happened between us was really hot. And we expressed beautifully what we felt for each other.
Matt, we're the reason the fire started in the first place. If we'd been more careful, if we hadn't got so consumed with each other...
The fire was an accident. Are you saying that God is punishing us for wanting to make love? The fire had nothing to do with us.
I don't want to talk about this anymore. I really don't want to think about it. I'd prefer to forget it.
Okay, forget it. But you won't be able to forget me and what happened between us last night.
Would you please get out of here? Please, just get...
Gabrielle, what's going on here? What's the matter?
Tony, please, would you ask this Matt to leave? Please.
Come on. You heard her.
Take a hike, priest, will you?
Look, if she doesn't want any company, why don't you be a gentleman and take a walk, huh?
Listen, priest, Gabrielle and I have something to settle, all right?
Hey, look, just cut her some slack and take a walk. It's as easy as that. As far as she's concerned, it's settled.
Listen. You gotta separate us from the fire. Now, two things happened. Okay? One great, and one not so great.
No, they were both bad.
No. Before the fire, remember? We were so connected. We wanted each other. We still do.
No!
Okay, look, you're upsetting her, so why don't you just take a walk?
Now, you take a walk.
Hey!
This is between me and Gabrielle, all right?
I want you out of this room, now, and don't come back. Go.
Andy, do you really believe that I'm trying to use you in some way?
You know, I don't know what to believe anymore. I mean, you told me that you were through with Brenda, and I thought that we would... You know, getting something together, and then all of a sudden you're back with Brenda again.
Andy, Michael was drugging her. He was trying to kill her.
I understand you wanting to help her. But, you know, I didn't exactly expect you to say that she meant everything in the world to you.
I didn't mean to hurt you.
Look, I understand that you love her. I can live with that. But, you know, it didn't stop there. Then you started using me, you know? You wanted me to help you find the gun that killed Michael Grant.
Andy, I didn't want you to get involved. Now, Andy, wait, Andy, please. Look, if Herb hadn't come into the lounge last night, it would have been a different story.
Yeah, but he did come to the lounge holding the murder weapon, I might add. And you just stood there and lied to him.
Andy, I didn't exactly lie to him.
You told him that you thought that the gun was there. You knew that it was there, Dan. You just wanted to find it before the police did. And you lied to her, and you made me cover for you. And now you come in here with your little sandwich wanting to help me. And all this time you're kind of mentioning that just in case Herb comes by and asks me questions that I should keep covering for you.
Look, I'm sorry that this is upsetting you, Andy.
Oh, sure you are.
Yes, I am. Look, if I could have gone to anyone else, if I could have trusted
Yeah,
anyone
but you don't
else.
know anyone else as stupid as me, right?
You are not stupid.
Oh, you know, I didn't think so, but I am really beginning to think I am now. I did everything that you asked me, but I can't ask you anything, no. Who are you protecting, Dan? Do you know who killed Michael Grant?
Andy, don't you understand? I am trying to protect you.
I don't want to be protected, and I don't want to be used. I just want you to tell me the truth.
Come in.
Herb. Hi. How you feeling?
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were supposed to come over a little earlier.
Well, Dan suggested I let you have a little more rest. No point in my pestering you every hour on the hour.
Any more developments in the case?
Some. Not enough to wrap it up.
Well, Herb, everything's a blur in the past few weeks, including the night that Michael was killed. But I'll do my best to answer any questions
No,
that you
this
have.
isn't about the murder case. It's personal.
Oh?
Yeah, well, I was talking with Michael's attorney, and he mentioned that when Michael died, he was in the process of changing his will.
Well, I don't really think I'm going to be able to help you because I don't know anything about Michael's business.
Oh. You mean you and Michael never discussed what would happen if he preceded you in death?
Herb, his plan was that I precede him in death.
Ah.
I do not think that he had any thought of dying himself. You understand?
Probably, you're right. It's just that prenuptial agreements are very popular now. I thought you might have talked about your financial future together.
Oh, if we did, I don't remember it.
Yeah. Well, according to Michael's attorney, he was supposed to sign the will the afternoon he died. Needless to say, he never got around to it.
Is that a problem?
But not for you. See, since the will that was in existence named Alicia as his sole heir, his entire estate now goes to you and Stephen.
Are you sure?
Well, absolutely. You're legally married, so according to law, you inherit half of the estate and Stephen inherits the other half.
God.
You are a very wealthy woman.
Why do you have to protect yourself from me?
Not just you, from everybody. Ever since I was a kid, I had to hide my feelings behind some kind of armor.
What is so terrible about letting people know how you feel?
Because then they can see your weaknesses.
Oh, Jake. And I suppose that would totally ruin your macho image, right? Which is obviously more important to you than being honest with people.
I don't give a damn about images. If you can get hurt, then that means you're vulnerable. I couldn't tell you that I couldn't carry out Michael's orders, because then that would have meant I cared for you. And then you'd be able to get to me.
I see. And you couldn't let anyone, especially me, have that kind of power, is that it?
No, that's right. And I worked really hard not to let you get to me. I tried to protect myself, but the harder I worked, the more you got to me. If you walk out that door right now, you'll hurt me more than Michael's men ever could.
Well, that's probably the first truthful thing you've ever said to me.
No, it's not the first thing, but it's the most painful. Megan, I'm not doing a number on you. I know how important trust is to you. And that's always been the toughest thing for me, too. God knows that you have every right in the world to doubt me. But all I want to do is try to make this up to you.
I don't know. You're just so mysterious to me, Jake. All I know is that you were born and raised in Philadelphia. What?
I was born in Texas. That Philadelphia story thing, that wasn't true either.
So what, I bet that your parents weren't even divorced either, right?
No, that part is true. My dad got involved with another woman, a married woman. And when my mother found out about it, she left the both of us. She didn't even say goodbye to me.
Well, did your father explain why she left?
No, he tried, but he was just too angry, too guilty. So I just blamed myself.
I'm sorry that your father couldn't help you.
It wasn't like he didn't try. I just wouldn't let him close to me, you know. He was never close enough to figure out how I was feeling, but my sister, she figured it out. And she spent all this time trying to convince me, you gotta trust people. It's better to trust people than to never trust them at all, even if you do get hurt once in a while.
But you wouldn't believe her?
No. And I ended up hurting her. When my father died, I just left. I walked right out of her life. And the ironic thing is, we both end up here in Llanview, both looking for revenge.
What are you talking about?
Well, I came here looking for Michael. And Andy came here looking for Max.
Andy Harrison is your sister?
She's my half-sister. She was born after my dad married Max's mom.
You never told me that she was your sister. You mean she's been in on all this lying as well?
No, just don't blame her. It's not Andy's fault, it's mine. She didn't want to help me. This one
Well,
against everything.
what did you care, right? What did you care? You probably just forced her and used her the way you use everyone else.
I am trying here, okay? I am really trying. I've told you secrets that I've never shared with anybody else.
Well, how many more secrets do you have, Jake? I can't do this anymore. I really can't. It's too much. It's just not worth it.
Tony, I want that man out of my life. He's impossible. He's pushy, he's arrogant, and my whole life has been upside down ever since he came to Llanview.
Oh, maybe that's not so bad, considering the direction you were heading in, right?
You don't have to worry about that. I've given up on Cord. His ex-wife is back in town, busy seducing him back into a reconciliation. You know, suddenly I saw myself in her, and I didn't like what I saw. Cord and I have a good, honest friendship at the moment, and I don't want to ruin it by manipulating him.
You see, deep down, you are good.
No, I'm not. You want to know the truth? I'm lying to you right now, and I'm lying to myself. I don't want to seduce Cord, not because I'm good and because I'm honest. It's just because...
Because what?
Nothing.
Is it because of Matt? You know, I heard him say that you had feelings for him. Is that true?
I don't know, yes. I can't help it. The minute I met him, I was attracted to him in a way that I could never be attracted to Cord. I've only ever felt that once before. With Max. Tony, I tried to avoid him, but I just couldn't.
Why not?
I don't know. I'm drawn to him. It's one of the reasons I went to Max's place last night. I mean, I had to pick up Al and CJ, but secretively I was hoping that Matt would be there.
And he was, so what happened?
place caught on fire.
I mean, before the fire.
It really doesn't.
No, it matters. I want to know what happened between you and Matt before the fire.
I arrived and he was fixing the heating furnace that had broken, and then the lights went out. So he lit some candles. One thing led to another, and we started to dance together. And we got close. Too close. And we lost control. That's when the fire started. We were so wrapped up in each other, we didn't even realize that we'd knocked the candle over.
Look, this wasn't your fault.
Look, if I had denied my feelings for him, then there wouldn't have been a fire, and my son and CJ wouldn't have been close to death. We nearly killed those two kids.
Andy, I appreciate everything that you have done for me. You have been a friend to me in every sense of the word. Without you, I couldn't have done any of this, or gotten through any of this.
Say that you trust me. Well, if you do, tell me the truth. What are you hiding?
Andy, the less you know, the better off you'll be.
Meaning you don't trust me.
Andy, of course I trust you. There's a lot at stake here for you as well as for others. Now, please, if you could just keep quiet about this, I think I can find a solution to my problem.
Helen.
Police.
Hi. Yeah, it's quite a mess, isn't it?
Oh, I'm sorry for your bad luck.
Yeah, well, at least no one was hurt. That's the important thing, right? It's going to be a while till we can open again.
When you start with the renovations, if you have any trouble cutting through the red tape, give me a call and see what I can do to help.
Thank you.
Say, Dan, would you mind if I spoke privately with Andy for a few minutes?
Why?
Oh, I have some questions for you, you know.
About Michael's murder?
Yeah.
Herb, I told you last night that Andy doesn't know anything about the night that Michael was murdered.
Answering Herb's questions, Dan. Why don't you go back to the hospital?
We still got a lot of cleaning to do. I think I'll just wait outside.
Lucky.
Don't let her go. What's going on?
I'm leaving. Now move.
Just take it easy, Megan. Come
Not
on.
until you guys get off my back.
Hey, what did I do? What did he do? What
We
did
can
we
start
do?
with his handcuffing me and dragging me around when Skaggs was after us.
Well, he didn't have a choice, Megan.
Oh, and you didn't have a choice when you locked me in that limousine and dragged me all around trying to find the stupid beach house?
Oh, well, the truth of that is...
No, you don't know any more about the truth than Jake does.
Hey, Megan, I know that we purposely, dragged you around with us a lot. But you had a good time, right? The Three Musketeers?
Oh, just shut up and get out of my way.
I had good reason for not telling you about Andy.
Oh, really? I don't want to hear your reason.
Michael Grant had threatened to hurt her. I thought if nobody knew she was my relative, that she would be safer that way.
You have a relative in Llanview?
I didn't even tell Lucky about that.
That's really no consolation, Jake.
I was trapped. Every time I turned around, Michael threatened to hurt somebody I cared about. What was I supposed to do?
Fine, I can accept that, Jake, but the fact is that he hasn't been around to threaten you in a very long time, and you've still kept lying to me.
I wasn't lying. I just haven't told you everything.
That's exactly the same thing.
No, it's not. There's a difference. Besides, you have problems up to your ears. I didn't want to add to them.
Hey, Megan, that's true. No, last night at the hospital, he told me he wanted to tell you everything, but he thought it would be best to wait.
Thanks, Lucky.
You're welcome.
See? Haven't we made a new start, haven't we? Let's just give it another chance, please.
And the next time you lie to me, you're going to ask for another chance.
I'm not going to lie again.
How many times have you promised me that?
A lot. I know that. But it's different this time.
You know, I think you believe that. And I would really like to believe it, too. But I just can't take this anymore. I don't want any more complications and surprises and disappointments. I just can't.
Megan, whether you want to believe it or not, I do love you. Okay, Megan. Never mind. Lucky, take her back to town.
Now? I don't get it. After that announcement, that's equivalent to, the Berlin Wall.
Would you just stop carrying on and get out of here?
All right, come on, Jake.
Get out!
Come on, Megan, let's go.
I'm staying.
She's staying. Take her home.
No, why don't you take a walk on the beach?
Hey, that's a good idea. I'll take a walk on the beach.
You should have really gone with him.
No, I'm not leaving until I straighten something out that's very important. Now, let's say that I did forgive you for all the lying you've done to me in the past. If you're lying about this, I swear, Jake, we really are through. Now, I have to know the truth. Did you mean what you just said? Do you really love me?
Not unusual to file away a piece of information thinking it's not very important.
I'm sorry, I don't know anything about it, just what I read in the papers.
Well, if you think of anything, you call me, huh?
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
Why are you asking me all these questions?
Well, you're not a suspect, if that's what you're worried about.
Oh, I couldn't be. I mean, I wasn't even at the hospital when Michael was murdered. I was here at the bar with a lot of customers.
You know, you weren't at the hospital with Dan yesterday.
Yes.
You're pretty good friends, aren't you?
Yes.
He didn't tell you he was looking for the gun in the lounge?
He told me exactly what he told you. That he went into the lounge to look for the gun because he thought he saw it there the day before.
He did ask you to cover for him while he checked out the lounge, didn't he?
Yes, but he just wanted to make sure that he saw a gun. Don't you believe him? I mean, you don't think that Dan killed Michael, do you?
Well, I'm not making any accusations here. I'm just looking for some answers.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry I don't have any.
Thank you for your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. Yeah.
Right. Were all his questions about me?
Some of them.
What did he want to know? What did you tell him?
I covered for you. I told him I didn't know anything, which is almost true.
Thank you. Thank
Look, I'm glad you're grateful. But I'm telling you from now on, I'm not going to cover for you. Whatever you did, whoever you're protecting, you are on your own. I hate lying, and I'm not going to do it anymore.
Andy, since you didn't give him any information, I doubt he's ever going to question you again.
Please? Would you please go now?
No, Andy, I want to thank you.
No, I don't want you to thank me anymore. Just get out of here.
Andy.
Look.
Andy, please don't.
Close the door on the way out, will you?
Max, hold it for a second.
Don't you have some other souls to save, priest?
Look, Gabrielle just told me what happened last night, you know, before the fire. And she thinks it's her fault that she lost control of this passion she has for you.
If you hadn't butt in when you did, all that would have been solved by now.
Why don't you just stay away from her? You're upsetting her, and you're the last person she needs to see right now.
What do you do, convince her I'm no good? Guilt her into thinking that, what? Every time she loves a man, God will punish her?
No, of course not.
Well, then leave her to me,
Hey,
eh?
look, Max. Your little scheme, it didn't work. It backfired on you and on Gabrielle.
What is this, another threat to tell Gabrielle who I really am?
You know, if you love her, then you tell her you survived that car crash.
It's too soon.
No, it's not too soon. You told me you'd tell her when she said she loved you.
She
will. She told you that.
I will, but I'll decide when the time is right.
No, you do it now, all right? If you can't, if you don't have the guts, then you walk away and forget her and give her a chance to get some peace and happiness.
Yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you? So you could have her all to yourself, huh?
That's pretty cute. No, look, don't turn this in on me, all right? I'm a priest. I'll always be a priest. I'll always keep my vows.
So you haven't put your hands on her yet? At the same time, you're making damn sure that she doesn't have a relationship with any other man.
You know something?
Huh?
You lost it, pal. You really lost it. Yeah.
Friends at the nurse's station said you've been quiet all afternoon. No trips to pediatrics, wandering around the halls, or badgering doctors to let you go from the hospital. You okay?
I'm okay.
Did you have another angina attack?
No attack. Herb was here a little minute ago.
I just saw him at Max's place. He didn't say anything about talking to you.
Well, he did.
What did he say? Did he say anything about finding fingerprints on the gun?
No, we didn't talk about that.
Well, then why did he come here?
Dan, Michael didn't finalize his will before he died.
So?
So Stephen and I have inherited everything, and as Herb put it, I am a very wealthy woman. I am the mistress of Grandview.
Oh, my God. Are you gonna accept it?
I don't know. I mean, it's all happening so fast, it hasn't even sunk in.
Brenda, you can't take that money. Probably not a cent of it was legally earned. It's blood money, Brenda.
That's not really important.
Brenda, of course it's important. Brenda, look, it's a very important issue here.
Dan, Herb asked me a lot of questions, things that I thought were innocent questions at the time.
What kind of, Brenda, what kind of questions was Herb asking you?
He wanted to know if Michael and I had discussed his will.
Did you?
I don't know. I mean, I've been drugged, Dan. And then he asked me if I knew that Michael was supposed to sign a will that day before he died. And he asked me if I knew that if he didn't sign it, that I would be the sole heir.
What did you say?
I said I didn't know anything about it. But he kept asking me the questions. Now, don't you think that's odd?
Well, it sounds to me like he thinks you...
Yeah. Maybe he thinks that I killed Michael before he could sign the will because I wanted his money.
Matt, I told you I didn't want to see you again.
I didn't come back to upset you.
Good. Then would you please leave?
Why are you doing this to us?
There is no us.
How can you say that? How can you look me in the face and say that? You wanted me. I wanted you. There's this incredible chemistry between us that binds us together.
No, that's not true.
You know it's true. You know you'll never be able to have it with anyone else. Neither will I. And no matter how hard we try, we can't deny it.
I can. And I will. Because the price is too high. We almost killed 2 children.
The fire was an accident. Now, if I'm gonna have to say it 100 times, 1,000 times, I'm gonna make you understand that.
No, you don't understand. I know the passion we felt last night. I've only ever felt it once before. With Max. And it nearly destroyed me, and it did destroy him, and I won't let it happen. I can't let it happen again.
Megan, don't.
The same old story, Jake. You'll just say anything you think I might want to hear.
I didn't say it because you wanted to hear it. It shocked me as much as it shocked you.
Well, hey, what's the big deal? I'm sure you've told 1,000,000 women that you love them. Right? I mean, you start off by saying, I love you, and I'll respect you in the morning. Isn't that how it works?
No, you're wrong. I've never told anybody in my life I love them except you.
Oh, don't tell me that I'm the first woman you've ever been involved with.
No. I've been involved with a lot of women. Except it was just a good time, and then I would just move on.
I see. Is that all they wanted to? Just a good time?
No, a couple more, a little more than that, but I never got serious with them. I would just hang around, and then I would split. And then I met you, and things became very different. You knocked that chip off my shoulder, and all of a sudden I didn't know how to handle it. I'm not very good at it. You know that very well, don't you?
Jake, all I wanted from you was honesty.
And that's what I want to try to work on with you. I want to work on trust. I want to get you to believe me. Because I've got nothing else to offer you. I don't have a house. I don't have a job. I don't have any money. The only thing I have is commitment. That's a tougher word for me than love.
Well, it's a word that I don't deal with easily either.
Andy told me, though, you and Max had quite a serious commitment.
Yeah, that's true. But except for Max, I've been able to avoid it for most of my life.
And the prince? What about him?
Well, I knew that he wouldn't be able to give me any kind of long-term commitment. He has too many other priorities.
But this didn't stop you from caring about him, did it?
No, it didn't. But with the prince, there was a built-in safety net. It was fun and romantic and exciting, but I don't know, maybe that's why I'm so reluctant to forgive you.
Because it's so much easier? Because this time you don't have a safety net?
Yeah. My excuse to be independent. Control of my own destiny, so to speak.
It's always been the way it's been with me, too. Except I don't want to be safe anymore. I love you, Megan Gordon. You're all that I want in the world. You're all I need.
Why are you blaming everything on your feelings and passion?
Because my feelings and passions usually end up hurting someone.
Hey, what about the pleasure? What about the power of love unreserved? I mean, that's an incredible gift to me.
Or a curse.
Max didn't see it as a curse, did he?
What I had with Max was more than love. It was an obsession. And it destroyed everything in its path, including him.
You didn't kill Max. No more than you started the fire last night. It was an accident.
I don't want to talk about Max, all right? He's dead. And so is the woman who loved him.
No, she's not. I danced with you last night, remember?
Maybe. But that was her last dance. I don't want passion. I want serenity.
Okay, I'll give you that.
You're not listening to a single word that I'm saying here. You're not able to give me that kind of relationship.
How can you say that if you haven't given me a chance?
Because I know the kind of passion I feel with you. It's the same kind I had with Max. And it's not something that we can turn on and off whenever we want to. We don't have control over it.
Sure we can. We can control it. It doesn't have to destroy us.
Yes, it will. It always does. And I am so tired of hurting people. I can't take the pain anymore. I cannot take the guilt. I have a son to look after, and I must look after him. Take care of his future. No! Get away from me! I don't have room in my life for you. I don't want you in my life.
Oh, God, give me strength. Give me strength in my holy purpose to strive to follow your Son, Jesus Christ. Enlighten my understanding. Sanctify my body. Fill my soul with grace. Oh, God, help me overcome my temptation. Subdue my passion.
incredible. For the first time in my life, I really feel free.
Oh, do you like the feeling?
Yeah, I think I could get used to this. No more lies, no more complications.
Yeah, I think I could get used to that, too. How about Lucky?
Lucky? He'd be happy for us, I'm sure.
He's out on that beach right now waiting to take me home.
Oh, well, you know, he likes collecting shells. In fact, he loves collecting shells. And I love you.